It was Mark Poulton that packaged it. Mark is fired. Tell Mark I'm mad.
Yeah, this is Primetime Poulton. Keep it entertaining. You already know him. Outworking everybody and he don't ever quit. Talking about plenty comics like Graveyard Shift, Sea Dogs, Viking Wolf, U.S. Assassin. Doing just what he loves. This is his passion. Bring more value to your dollar. No, I'm not fronting. That's how just a writer became a moral compass. This is Primetime Poulton. This is Primetime Poulton. Let's go.
The King of Kings. On your knees, dog. All hail. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. Ring red as he walked from the place where the traitor lost both his name and his face. Through the halls and the corridors, stinking in blood, he tasted his grin, and it tasted good. The king took his head, left him broken and dead. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king. Left none living, none able to tell. The king took their heads and he sent them to hell. Their screams echo loud in the place of their death. Ripped open they die with their final breath. They hail the King of Kings. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king. Into the dirt. His will be done. Now feel your fear. There can be only one. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down to the. Bow down. Bow down to the king. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. The king is here. Now feel your fear. The King of Kings. All hail the king. On your knees to the king. The King of Kings. There is only one.
I messed up, guys. What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. It's the Moral Compass, the Fulfillment King. Welcome to Haunted Pizza Revolution. Joining me I'm sure he's glad that I cut the video short. Mark Yoon, what's up, Mark?
Nothing, just a little tired, but I felt the need to support the homies, so here I am regardless.
And also joining us, Enrico Botta. What's up, Enrico?
Hey, everybody. Happy to see you guys.
Really quick before we start, Enrico, I know we were talking about like at some point launching our own channel for stuff, and I came up with the perfect name. Let me know what you think about this, Poulton. Ready?
There it is, live debut.
Bada bing, bada yoon.
Not bad.
Yeah, sorry, Mark. It's a sad day for America. I forgot to play the Froggy Fresh. So I wanted to. So I keep telling myself I need to make a new intro. I didn't want to play the normal Revolution intro. I want to cut something out of it. And I thought that part was coming up, so I just turned the video off and went live.
It's a shame.
I wore
It's a shame.
I wore my Flash shirt. I have my Flash tumbler.
We'll sing it for the people, Enrico.
Just another boring day.
That's like if Green Day did it.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna have my Guinness and my Flash tumbler.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous. I have like beer in the fridge, but I have to wake up at like 4:30 a.m. to take my wife to work, so I don't drink on the weekdays.
Well, I mean, drinking one Guinness it isn't really drinking, like to me, anyway.
Oh well, I can't just have one. Like
You know.
one becomes 10 very
I just
fast.
have one nice. Look at that. Like
It's beautiful. I can smell the bubbles.
Well, Enrico, you can still, we can still celebrate, even though I forgot to play the Froggy Fresh. It's a big day today because we're launching Graveyard Shift 5 Second Chance campaign. Let's, I bet the chat's buzzing about it. Let's see what they have to say. We got Mark Yoon in here first. That's don't make that a habit, Mark. We got to get Penguin in here first. He says it's okay, Mark. We'll be here in your honor. Another Mark will be here. Amanda B says, Penguin, did you relay the most recent memo to TMC? What's she talking about? I didn't get no memo.
I'm intrigued now. I'm intrigued.
Recent. What's going on here? Mark Penguin. Amanda B is speaking about Graveyard Shift Volume 5. I know we're launching right now. Volume 5 Second Chance campaign now launching this Saturday? What? How am I just finding out about this?
Wait, is that the most recent news? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the most recent. It was supposed to launch tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Saturday.
Exclusive.
If Penguin says so, then it's fact.
Exclusivo.
That's how I get all my Graveyard Shift news from Mark Penguin.
From Penguin.
Yep. Mark
Penguin Publishing.
By the way, Graveyard Shift books. I think some collected editions. Collected edition 2, which includes volumes 3 and 4, coming my way soon. Gonna have to start. I mean, there's space in the garage, but make sure there's enough space for the 2,000 plus Gemini mailers coming my way. All the books.
You can make room by sending me all the books that I missed from your stuff that I haven't gotten yet.
When's your birthday?
You always hook me up on my birthday and Christmas. So
when is your birthday?
It was in July. It's late July, so we're like halfway in now. I'll be 42.
Yeah.
Are you a Cancer?
I'm a Leo.
A Leo.
I'm the first day of Leo.
Some people who watch the Haunted Pizza Horror Movie Club say he's a Cancer.
Oh,
I can be. I agree.
He don't like fun movies, Enrico.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Penguin says, "Don't be a bum back type 1." Sean Ahrendt not joining us this week.
Yeah, Neil Gaiman, don't be a bum. Stop with those bums.
Stop with those bums.
Those bums.
Yoon says he joined anyway. He can't leave a fellow pizza topping behind. He's the ghost pepper. Okay.
I like that. I wish I was the ghost pepper.
Penguin's thinking exactly what I was thinking. It's not like if Green Day sang the Froggy Fresh song. It's like if a Simple Plan was singing it.
That's true. Yeah.
Good band, by the way.
My karaoke voice is a lot deeper, though.
Amanda B says your movie cameo got chopped, right? I can see why that was sad performance. What? You couldn't believe that? I thought come on. I thought I did a pretty good job. Everyone,
I don't think we should cut Enrico's though, because I love that song. Like that song lives rent free in my head.
I don't want to harp on that movie, that my movie scene that was cut out, but everyone was raving about me that day.
In which movie?
Unbreakable, man.
Oh wait, Unbreakable. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, were there multiple ones that you were cut from though?
Just Unbreakable.
Just Unbreakable.
We need to do it. We have to do an edit at the end of what was the one with Split, right? And instead of like showing David Dunn at the end, it reveals it's like Mark Poulton. It just will superimpose his face.
I'm just getting confused because like it seems like all of us have a story where we were like in a movie as an extra or something of that nature, and it got cut. We didn't make it to the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have two.
Big break, man. I shouldn't be here selling comics right now. I should be
be chilling out in the hot tub with your soulmate.
Yeah.
How much fun
one was me.
Football
the other was my turtle.
So, Mark, you were cut out of 2 movies?
Well, one was me, and the other was my turtle.
Okay.
Actually, technically 2 for me, 1 for the turtle, because I almost got onto what was that show back in the day where you sent your tape into MTV and they put you on in that house with a bunch of other idiots? It was like one of the first reality shows. Yeah, I almost got on the first Real World season.
Wait, Real World? For real?
Yeah. They wrote me back and everything. And the second was I auditioned and I almost got a part on Smallville as an extra, but it was like one of the high schoolers. But I couldn't go to Canada, so I dipped out of that. The third one, my turtle got hired to be rented for a Jennifer Love Hewitt movie when she's in a pond scene. But I wanted them to keep my turtle because he smelled, and they just wanted to rent it for the day. So
you're like, no, buy my turtle.
Yeah, I'm just buying
it to him and not pick him up.
Yeah, that's true. That's totally true.
They would have just dumped him in a sewer.
Yeah.
And maybe he could have became a ninja.
Yeah.
Wait, that's like the premise for a horror movie there, Mark. He got So, the guy gets the turtle in the movie. He brings it, but he's like, I don't want that turtle. I'm going to leave it. And he leaves it. And then the PA on the movie set's like, what are we going to do with this turtle? I don't know. Get rid of it. So they get rid of it. And then it like hits some radioactive material down there. It grows. It's very resentful. And it finds Mark.
Yeah.
And hunts them down and kills them.
Yeah.
Or he knows I did it for him. So it's like Michael Bay's Ninja Turtles. And he falls in love with me like they do with April for some weird, creepy reason. And you don't remember that in the Michael Bay?
But what I'm saying is you got rid of the poor thing for his own good?
Yeah,
that's going to be another movie we make it.
That was a bad dad.
Call it Snapper.
Oh my God. And there's Mark with the title. Oh, this is going in the book. This is going in our book.
Yeah.
I
feel like we have one of those books, like the guy, what's his name? Peter Dinklage from Elf. Remember when he has like the book and that has all the ideas in it?
Mm-hmm.
We have to have that book.
Chat, just you wait. Enrico and we're going to break into Hollywood at the age of 55.
We're doing it. We're doing it. We're going to be
we got ideas, guys. We got ideas.
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, except for instead of breaking in at 25, we break in at 55. I always said I was a late bloomer,
Yeah. Penguin says, I got the news update during my drive to the comic shop after work, hence the delay in updating you, sir. No apologies, Mark. Penguin says he is a Cancer.
Oh, nice.
So nice. I think because I'm July 23rd, so that's the first day of Leo. Because July 22nd is the last day of Cancer, so I'm the first day of Leo.
Yeah.
I'm an Aries.
God of War.
Yeah. Amanda B says Yoon tried pimping his turtle.
Yeah, that was Exhibit's next show on MTV. It's Pimp My Turtle.
I interviewed for Comic Book Man. I almost was a customer on Comic Book Man.
That's it. Have you ever went to the store?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I've been there a couple times.
I've never been.
Is that a Kevin Smith's store in New Jersey you talking about? I've never been there either. Even though I grew up there, I never been there.
I always wanted to
It's
make
North Jersey, right?
Yeah,
like central.
Centralish, yeah.
Okay, central.
Maybe like an hour and a half away
from
where we are. Christopher Bouchard in the house. Hello there.
Well, hello.
What's up, Christopher? Thanks for
Bouchard?
joining us.
Bouchard.
Man, usually we're just going live right now. I really screwed us over.
Drop the ball with that one.
More. Yeah, I'm out of material already.
We got plenty of material.
We got plenty of material, guys. Yeah. Don't you worry.
I mean, we got a campaign to look at first, or what are we doing?
Mark, can you show the print that I did for that the game store at some point? Because I'm pretty proud of how it turned out.
You know what? Let me get it and pull it up. Why don't you set it up for the people? Let them know what we're about to show.
Pull it up.
Okay, cool. So I was hired by a local gaming chain to create their kind of like backdrop for their trading card gaming mats and their convention bumpers and tablecloths and their back spread. And they told me what they wanted me to do. Unfortunately, they didn't want me to do it in their style. They wanted me to do it pretty simplistic, but I liked how it turned out because I hardly ever color anything. So they wanted like Link from specifically Ocarina of Time facing off against Charizard. And here was the part that as an artist, I was like cringing at, but I ended up pulling off. They wanted me to draw the actual first edition trading card and have Charizard coming out of it from like a 3D, like kind of pop out and like blowing flaming breath onto Link's shield. And I was like, the card is going to be the hardest part because, at that angle, like drawing cards is like weird.
I think you did a great job, Mark.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Looks good. And as far as drawing that card, why did you even bother drawing it? I mean, I would have just got a new card and just skewed it.
Enrico, so the first thing I did was that. And then I felt guilty, so I ended up drawing it.
I see.
Yeah. Because I got paid decent money for it, so I felt guilty and I just ended up drawing it. But the colors on the card is the actual card underneath of it. So I didn't color the card, but I did draw everything and write everything. Like that's all my handwriting. You could tell because it's a little off in places.
Crazy, dude.
But I did do the foil though. Like I did that in a Clip Studio, and that was kind of tough. I thought what really made it come together was adding the bokeh effect. I don't know if you can see it on the foil, on the hollow.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fire took a little bit of time too. That actually took me the whole last day. Was just doing the fire blast, but I think it turned out pretty well. I like it.
Penguin says you should have just been a real artist and used AI.
Don't get me started. Literally, that conversation is what made me quit Twitter the first time.
I flooded our chat with AI art today. I was having so much fun.
You did.
Our chat was like, you were cracking me up with a couple of those. Yeah.
Well, I mean, our thumbnail, Neil Gaiman surrounded by his
harem.
We'll get into it, but by his harem of ladies, call him master.
Oh yeah!
Wow,
amazing! Like that's what I said. Chef's kiss on the thumbnail.
It's like a live action etchy.
But then, I was treating the group to some treasures. I have this. It's my dream project. I want to make a graphic novel or a movie one day called Haunted by Haim, and it's about Corey Feldman being haunted. I shouldn't even be saying it.
No, don't even give people the idea. Let me tell you, the image that you sent was literally killing me. I was dying laughing.
Yeah.
I had to get a hold of myself, but I think it was like the coloring maybe, and like the glowing eyes on Haim. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
But anyway, yeah, this is.
Amanda says, "Penguin, don't make Yoon rage."
Not to digress from Yoon's drawing because it is really good. Like what do you think, everyone in the chat? What do you think of Link fighting Charizard?
I think it looks great. We got a lot of people watching. We got 66 people watching on X and YouTube. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, hit the notifications. Let us know what you think about Mark Yoon's artwork. Mark Yoon, artist of the upcoming Gun Goth. Where are we at with that, Mark?
She is. Well, I did take a week break because I had to do this commission and Dexter's picture, but I'll be back at it tomorrow after I chop down some trees in my backyard with my new chainsaw.
Oh, wow.
That sounds really fun. Also, chat, do not be shy. Please weigh in on the Neil Gaiman stuff in the chat. I want to hear what everyone has to say. I want to respond to what everyone has to say. This is kind of a hot topic for me because I've been following it since its inception, and
He's like your guy, right? One of your guys.
I love
Sandman.
I love Gaiman's writing. I have to say, I think I might have been introduced to him. I mean, I guess I knew about Sandman. I knew about Sandman because I was into Vertigo, and then I think maybe I gave him more attention after like the Angela thing landed, but I was well aware of him before that. So yeah, I like Gaiman. I put a few of my Gaiman books up here. Like I got Ocean at the End of the Lane. You got Fortunately the Milk, a really great book that mine copy's illustrated by Scotty Young. The Graveyard book illustrated by Dave McKeon. I mean, look, you got Coraline. I got Sandman covers up here. Look, I like Gaiman. And this situation is like I said, hot topic for me. It's very scandalous, but like, and it reminds me of a few other situations that popped up. So yeah, we'll all get into that.
Yeah. Well, I'm a big fan of the writing of Nicholas Gear, and I got an unboxing right here.
What? Let's see.
Nick Gear in the chat.
What a segment, by the way.
Yeah. Thank you. Hopefully no scandals involving Nicholas Gear pop up.
Well, now that you mention it, no.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he does like to try to steal talent and spread lies that
Well, from what I hear, he prefers yellow mustard over brown.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I kind of do too, to be honest, Enrico.
There's no validity to that statement that I just made.
Okay. I'm about to say, it depends on what I'm putting it on. Like hot dogs and hamburgers, it's yellow. Anything else is brown.
Let's see. What do we have here? We got some Relentless Tin Soldier #3. I'm going to make myself full screen. Guest starring U.S. Assassin. Look at that.
Look at him down there.
That is, and this is this. So when you get volume 4, right after you're done reading volume 4 of U.S. Assassin, read this because this continues the story that we left off on. So this is part of U.S. Assassin continuity. Then I also got the Purple Rain homage cover. Look at that.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
Yeah, I love it. Great. Alan Goldman drew this one. And did I mention interiors by Mike McMahon? So Mike McMahon has drawn every page of U.S. Assassin. And this is the continuation of the story. And he drew this as well.
Wow.
Nice.
And then this is another variant cover. And it has, that's Arthur from the Tick on the cover.
Duck tweed, duck.
Very, very cool. And he threw in a copy of Kid Fury, his new book. So thank you, Nicholas. And I got a challenge coin.
Oh,
Let's see if I can.
And you accepted it.
Challenge accepted.
This.
Oh, look at that. I love it.
Oh, that's nice.
I think that
looks like one of those slam pogs. Do you remember those?
Oh yeah.
You're reading my mind, Yoon, because all I'm thinking about are my Todd McFarlane Spawn Spogs. I have like a whole set of them.
Nice.
I feel the need to review them on camera now.
You should. I miss my pogs. I wish I kept them.
So there you have it, guys. Relentless Tin Soldier 3, guest starring U.S. Assassin.
That's pretty sweet.
Or as Neil Gaiman calls him, ass in. Sorry, I had to.
Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, we're almost at the half. What are we at the half hour mark?
Yeah,
25. Yeah.
Yeah. We might as well jump into this conversation. I think that's what everybody's here for tonight.
I actually want to also because chat, just to forewarn you, I was avoiding this because I was just like going by headlines. Mark sent me this article that was literally like a novel. It was like a novella. The thing was like so long.
I gave up on it.
I read the whole thing. It was insane.
Did you guys read the Vulture article?
Yeah, that's what I sent.
Oh, that's what you sent him. Okay,
Yeah.
I think I posted that one in the chat too.
Yeah.
Penkrin says, I'm an old-fashioned fella. If you're married, don't sleep with anyone who aren't your spouse. Also, consent is hard to prove if the person is your employee or a fan.
Yeah,
I have to say, I agree with
there.
Yeah.
I would go even further. Don't cheat even if you're dating somebody. Like, I go beyond.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're in an open relationship, I think things get dicey. And I know that's a little bit old-fashioned and whatnot, but like, I don't care. That's my opinion. I think, in today's day and age, a lot of people are poly and all that stuff, and it is what it is. So whatever, that's your bag. But it's going to get messy. It's going to get messy.
There's a lot of talks about that.
In my experience, just from not personal experience, but my experience from just witnessing, other people and like the world, like it always seems to get messy, and it's no different for famous people either. This is what happens. You want to be in a crazy open relationship, and then this is what happens. But
we're a situationship.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's like what Will Smith and Jada Smith. It's kind of like same weirdness. Countless others, right? But this situation almost reminds me a little bit of the Marilyn Manson situation that popped up, where it was like kind of the same thing. It's sort of like you have a few people that are making accusations, then the person being accused is saying, hey, it was consensual. Not really denying anything, but saying, hey, it was consensual. But the stories come out and they're all like kinky and weird and strange, and it's like,
well, and disgusting, some of them. Like, I don't know if you read the whole article.
Like, you cross a line, because look, there's nothing wrong with being like, kinky or weird, strange, like whatever, that can happen, it's fine. But like, there's like a line that's crossed. And then when you get into this aspect of your social status, power, like all that stuff, money, fame, it really starts to blur the line, and you can start to get
layer
weirdness. Yeah. So this one, I think, really got into some like weird areas, man. So yeah, that article, disturbing stuff in that.
What I wanted to add on the article is, like, I agree with you on like BDSM and all that kind of stuff that's like built into that whole lifestyle. But they were pointing out in the article that the most major fundamental factor of that is consent before any of that happens. And there's a lot of like rules in place for all parties involved, just to make sure that everybody's protected in every situation. But the way that these claims are being made, or these accusations are being levied, is basically like him just doing what he wants to do without like even the concern of the other parties involved, which if all the stories sound kind of similar too, which lends a little bit of credence, but it's all anecdotal until like stuff's proven, obviously. But it was vile.
Yeah, like I see it as like these things probably happened in some level or another. Right. And they were probably strange and weird, and things probably got a little extreme, because behind closed doors, especially if you're into that sort of lifestyle, things
or in open backyards.
Right. And then a lot of it, I feel like, from the aspect of the the people that aren't Neil, like the regret sets in, right? Because even if it sort of was vaguely consensual, then the regret sets in, and then maybe they realize, well, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Maybe I felt like I couldn't say no. There's all those like weird gray areas that falls into that, and it's really unfortunate, Yeah.
In the chat, Mark Christopher Bouchard asks, Mark, is the War Stories going to ship or wait for the new book? If you ordered War Stories separately, some people did. That'll go out starting this weekend. Same with the ash cans. Anything you ordered separately that I currently have, that'll start shipping this weekend. But if you got everything, or War Stories and Volume 4, we're waiting for Volume 4 to get finished. Penguin says Shelby inks on that cover too, the Alan Goldman one, I believe. We got Corey Barton in the house. What's up, Corey? Corey just sent me the finished pencils, which I believe I shared with you guys in the chat or in our private chat, not for Gun Goth. Incredible. He's killing it. He's on to colors now.
Awesome job, Corey.
Yeah, it looks great, Corey.
Yeah,
I'm excited about Gun Goth, these covers, man. We got a set of 13 covers coming at you guys.
Yeah, and I think all the spots are filled. I'm just waiting for confirmation from number 13, but we got 12 of them in place. I'll rattle them off real quick. Mark Yoon, Enrico Botta, Dexter Weeks, Mike McMahon, Renzo Rodriguez, J.P. Delamons, Corey Barton, Isaac Bell, Mary Landro, Courtney Rose, Nerium, and Dan Plagle. That's our 12 of 13 so far. So I'm very excited for it.
We're waiting on Todd McFarlane with the backup story by Neil Gaiman.
Yeah.
Emphasis on backup.
I got to remember to clearly state though that any work Neil does for me is owned by Haunted Pizza.
Put that in the contract because Neil likes contracts. Apparently, he doesn't like what did Todd call them? Love letter, thank you notes, love letters.
I'll take care of you. Don't worry. Yeah. Don't worry, Neil.
Todd takes care of you. Oh, so that's another thing too. I mean, I saw this in the comments in a bunch of like videos and stuff. Was Todd right all along? Yeah, I saw that. I said to myself, yeah, maybe Todd wasn't entirely exaggerating about the the situation there. That it was, inflated a bit,
I have a confession. I've never read anything Neil Gaiman's written.
No,
I haven't either. I haven't even read Sandman. Yeah.
No, never
I wasn't a big Vertigo guy. I think the only Vertigo book, bless you, I ever read was Sandman Mystery Theater. I think I read like the first 3 issues.
And that wasn't even Neil Gaiman at all. So
no.
I'm getting a comic book lot. I've been getting some comics off of people on Facebook Marketplace to rebuild my collection after I got married and sold everything. And I just recently got back like the first 40 issues of Todd McFarlane's run on Spider-Man, like all of them.
Oh wow!
And I'm also in this next lot that I'm getting has the Sandman hardcover omnibus, so I'll finally get a chance to read it. So.
It's not for the faint of heart. I have to say, if you're not into it, it can be a little slow moving, to be honest with you. But it's like
I like slow paced stuff. I find the art and everything. So
it does build, and the lore gets really, really cool. And I don't know. I like that style of writing. I like mythology building and stuff that's a little bit deeper. Also, I like the interjection of just real world situations that are kind of thrust into the fantastical, and I think Sandman hits on a lot of that kind of stuff too.
My friend says he met Neil Gaiman at the Cleveland Public Library when his young adult novel Odd and the Frost Giants came out.
Oh, did he shake your hand? Was it funny? Did it feel funny?
Don't smell it afterwards.
Don't smell it afterwards. Well, I don't know if everyone's familiar with what's going on here, but all right. So there were multiple women. There was 9 at last count, but they say a dozen women that had come forward. There's definitely a few that had filed, some charges against them. There was legal action taken, and they're all related to different levels of abuse. There was one woman that accused him of making him sort of I don't know, get in the bath with her, forcing himself into a bath situation. And then there was
that was weird because she was
a couple bum things, which are weird.
Yeah.
And then stuff related to his wife at the time, Amanda Palmer, that would sort of get fans for him and sort of send him, over to him like playthings in a way, So now these things are coming out.
The one who was the babysitter, that's the one who he got in the bath with.
I think that's the bath. Yeah, it was a nanny.
Yeah.
On the first day they met, he's like, "How about I run a bath in my garden?" Like what?
Doesn't she like afterwards end up like living with them and becoming the live-in babysitter?
Yeah, they do. And to further make these things strange, there are some of these women that he allegedly, I guess, paid money to. Like non-disclosure agreements were signed, drawn up and signed, and money was paid to kind of settle things or send these girls to therapy to kind of like, settle some of these issues that they might have had or something like that.
Didn't the woman who went to become the live-in babysitter send him a text saying, I can't wait for all the things you're going to do to me? Or do I get that?
Nature, right? Yeah.
She claims in her accusation that her mind was so messed up that like she started to like blame herself. So she kind of played into like the relationship to kind of take guilt off of her for, it was a victim mentality kind of thing. But I mean, like I said, these are all accusations, not downplaying or placating any of them because like we weren't there and we don't know the situation. But if what is true is mostly true from some of these accounts, they are some of the most vile things that I've read that like a human can do to another human, like some of them. And especially when you're in a position of power over somebody else and you're using that authority and know that you're willingly using that authority, like claiming your money and fame as being part of it.
Enrico, does this ruin your enjoyment of his work?
Yeah, that's a weird thing. I mean, I know kind of like, Yoon, you had kind of mentioned that when we were speaking or, texting earlier, like you can separate the art from the artist.
I'm really good at it.
I can do that to some extent too, but like, I don't know. It's tough. Like I did that with Manson. I'm a big fan of Marilyn Manson's music.
Yeah, I still have like 4 of his CDs. So yeah,
and I saw him like numerous times. I saw him in 1996 on Mischief Night, and then like when it was like a really big thing for me. It was really cool. That I just like that music, and I followed his career for a long time. And when the accusations with him came out, I was in that position where I'm like, all right, well, he's innocent until proven guilty. I think Neil's in the same kind of boat, although it seems a little more plausible only because he's not denying anything. Like Manson had like kind of came out and said like, absolutely, it's not true. We're going to prove that it's not true.
Gaiman's just putting a spin on it that like from his perspective.
Way to put it. So it makes separating art from the artist harder. Does it ruin my enjoyment of game? I mean, just to be totally frank, like a little bit, it's there, like it's there, I can't lie. Like it's there. Although, it's the non-consensual thing and the damage to other people's, well-being that is like obviously the problem here, because there's no problem with consensual kinky sex. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do.
But there are rules.
Plenty of people do that and worse, and some of the things we're talking about, like specifically, like if you were making a sandwich, Neil Gaiman would have had like his salami, and he maybe wanted to put butter on his salami, and then and then he wanted to put the buttered salami in the bun, okay, and then maybe that happened, and then maybe when he decided to take the buttered salami out of the bun, and there was like maybe some sauce on it, like that he didn't want there, and then someone came, and then he was just kind of like, someone licked this butter and sauce off of my salami because I want to use it again and put it back in my
wow.
bun. So when you're making a sandwich and things like that happen, it could be pretty extreme and disgusting. So
it could be messy.
It get graphic,
Corey says, wasn't all of Manson's charges dropped or he won?
Yeah, I think so. I think it came out that he was I don't know. I'm not going to say anything because I don't know 100%. But like, yeah, I think it came out that he wasn't guilty of anything, and then the 2 people that were like kind of accusing him sort of like kind of ran off, and it was sort of like almost like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp situation,
What is it with these writers? Because we had Warren Ellis, a year ago or 2 years ago?
Yeah, same kind of similar accusations, but different because he was accused of like, I think, grooming too, right? So that's like a whole nother level of thing, grooming, which is like you're brainwashing someone that's maybe underage to like get to a certain level by the time they are of age and then take advantage of them, right?
Yeah, it's planting seeds that like they feel like it's their idea to be with you, but you're basically raising them to do so when they're impressionable.
Yeah, you know who else was guilty of that? It ruined their career. Actually, two people that that I actually I liked also. John Kricfalusi of Ren and Stimpy fame created Ren and Stimpy, a great animator and cartoonist. Same damn thing, real similar thing. And then Dave Sim of Cerebus, like same thing. Like what is also It's like
also the movie director / actor who like groomed his like Asian stepdaughter to like and he married her later on.
Wait, wasn't that
what I'm talking about?
Wasn't that
Woody Allen?
Woody Allen. And then Roman Polanski was another one who directed one of my favorite movies, which is The Ninth Gate. So like, it's like you can't get away with all this stuff, and it's like maybe Hollywood is burning down for a reason. I don't know.
Enrico, for me personally, it's like, if you dig into anybody's closet, you're gonna find skeletons kind of situation. But when I'm separating the art from the artist, it's not saying that like what they didn't do was inexcusable or deplorable, or I'm enjoying supporting them or giving them money. When you put art into the world, it's no longer yours, right? Whoever is consuming that art kind of takes it and warps it in whatever way that they do through their perception, and it becomes like tied to them and their emotions and their experiences as they're reading it and consuming it or whatever the art is. And it becomes part of you. So you're not going to stop me from like listening to like, R. Kelly because he peed on somebody. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to like it because it's what it is to me, not to them, And I understand where people come from like, no, we can't have this person in society at all anymore. So like, we're supposed to get rid of like everything that has to do with them kind of situation. And again, I don't, like, judgment due, everything needs to be put against them, and they need to get like whatever charges and prosecutions against them that they deserve, right? But that art still means something to me more than them, and I'm not going to punish myself by taking away a piece of myself in a time period of my life with the memories and everything that entails and comes from because of something they did, because I didn't do anything, and that's my art too. You know what I mean? That's just where my thought process goes to with that.
Yeah, I can see definitely from that. I can see both perspectives, man, because like sometimes then the people that are saying like, well, I condemn this, I'm going to like throw out all my Neil Gaiman books. I'm going to burn them. I'm not going to buy anything that he's going to put out. I can see why they would say that, because maybe it takes the enjoyment out of it for you. And when you look back and you read on those things, you're going to like read into the subtext, maybe, different characters and things, and maybe the motivations for the characters and stuff like that.
Mark Penguin says, at least Woody Allen has been married to her for like 30 years or whatever. We got Citizen Ronan in the house, and he says, I still like Mark, even though he has horrendous taste in horror movies. I don't hold it against him. Hey, thanks, Citizen Ronan, call me Poppy, all right?
Well, which Mark is he talking about, though?
Oh, he was talking about me.
even Mark knows. He's freely admitted that he likes schlock, so like we got to give him the credit where it's due.
Yeah, but this one's tough, man. It's tough. I like Gaiman. I just went to see Gaiman. He was in I think it was North Jersey. He was at like an art center, and we went and watched him speak, and he read, and it was really cool. And then like I didn't get to go up and talk to him because the lines were just like too long, but I did see him, close by at the tables and stuff, and it was like, it was a cool experience to go and see him. And I've seen him before too at Rowan University do a talk, and he talked about creativity and writing, and like, yeah, man, it's a shame. It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
I think it's because I've never been really affected. I've talked with Mark Poulton about this before in the past as well. I've never really been affected by hero worship at all. Yeah. I just see people as people, and I've never put somebody on like a higher platitude than myself just because I enjoy their work or what they're putting out into the world. So there's nothing really to tear down for me. You know what I mean? Like, I can just like not care about the person and like still like this stuff because like I don't have them on that pedestal to begin with. For example, Amber Heard, right? I didn't like her to begin with. I thought she was a shitty actress. And whenever I would watch her stuff, like I wasn't there for her anyway. So I'm not boycotting Aquaman just because she's in it for like 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Because I'm still there to enjoy the art. And even if she's good in a movie, I'm not going to be like, I can't watch this ever again because this person who pooped on a bed is in it. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I just still take it.
She should have hung out with Gaiman, man. I think they would have.
Oh yeah, they would have hit it off.
He could have been greasing up the salami. She could have been, basting the salami.
not greasing up the salami.
Yeah.
Buttering my sausage, as we call it.
Guys, can you hear the guitar solo going on over here?
So I don't know, man. Yeah, this one's a big one. Hopefully, I know. But anyway, so he did make a statement, right? And like we said, he didn't deny anything. As a matter of fact, he blamed one of the victims, right, for saying like, oh, they have like a history of having some mental illness anyway. They don't know what they're saying. Like there was a lot of deflection there. And then like, oh well, I thought it was all consensual. So I'm under the impression that I'm okay. I didn't do anything. I would never do anything non-consensual, and I refuse to accept that. What took place in the past was considered abuse in any way or anything like that. And it's like, well, that's your point of view. You're still not denying it.
He did say he would try to be better in the future about, I guess, acknowledging others' feelings in the moments, because he was just...
he did say he wasn't emotionally... He said he was sexually available, but not emotionally available. Yeah. I mean, that's like an admission almost to me. And then you got another thing he said, I'm respectful of them telling their stories. And it's like, okay, well, which is it? Are you respectful of them telling a story, or are they lying? Because why would you respect them lying about it, I
mean, on a bad day, someone says, I'm going to die from pain if you do this, and he still proceeds to do it multiple ways. And then there's other times where, he's considerate and he goes to get the butter. Yeah. So
I just realized I was lying. I have read Neil Gaiman's work because I read his Spawn work.
Yeah. Oh, I probably read that too then, because I've read most of Spawn.
Penguin says
he created Angelo,
Yeah. I still read Mark Waid comics, even though he's a douche. And he also says, you guys never mentioned the parts where the girl says he did stuff with her in the presence of his young son.
Yeah, we didn't mention that.
Oh. So I didn't get to that.
I kind of don't want to bring that stuff up because we should keep kids out of it. But there were mishandlings of his own prodigy when it comes to now they're reflecting in the future some of the things that his father was mentioned to have done to these women. Does that make sense without getting too detailed?
Yeah. Corey says they could just be lying about the consent part, like they changed their mind afterwards. Yeah, that's what Enrico was saying, that some regret.
Yeah, and this is not victim shaming or denying in any way, shape, or form. I want to just be clear on that, but it's just a thought that you have when these people do these things with these famous guys that are possibly known for this kind of stuff. Like in the case of Manson, you're going on a date, hanging out with Marilyn Manson. What do you expect to happen? Something, what I
like a groupie kind of situation. You're there for a reason.
You maybe think, maybe something kinky's going to happen tonight. Maybe,
Now, Gaiman was a big
Gaiman. He had sort of a reputation around the writer community, right?
Well, I mean, he had a reputation as a feminist and saying believe women. I guess when it comes to him.
But I think it was more of an unspoken thing where they were kind of don't let the female writers go up to Neil Gaiman's room during the conference or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
by the way, guys, we have 82 people watching on X and YouTube. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, hit the notifications, give us a thumbs up. Let us know what you think about Neil Gaiman.
Let us know what you think about buttered sausages and buns. Yeah, about bun stuff. Because, I mean, look, bun stuff is very common. It's just, you don't want to... Look, if someone doesn't want to give you their buns, you don't take the buns, right?
Yeah.
You don't force somebody to eat a chili cheese.
You don't force your salami in.
You don't force your salami into someone's mouth to the point where they just don't like it and they throw up.
Corey Barton says him being a feminist is what makes me not want to read his books.
Well, yeah, because that makes it seem like it was sort of like a deflection technique, right?
That's what I mean. I don't care about anyone's political affiliation when it comes to their works either. But even if they differ from mine, but they say that if you're shouting the loudest, like it's usually into a mirror. Like you're usually trying to deflect from things that you're doing yourself. It's like those that smelt it dealt it kind of situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens like a lot, and more often than not, the people that are the loudest like objectors to those kind of situations, when you look deep enough, they're usually objecting to like kind of push blame away from themselves.
Yeah. And that happens in politics a lot too. They accuse
happens in everything.
They accuse people of things they're doing, but they're doing them themselves.
We got Jude in the house, and he says Angela is overrated. What are your thoughts on
I disagree. I like Angela a lot. She was like my favorite part of Spawn.
Angela was a pretty cool character, especially for the time, you know?
Yeah.
I think like maybe you could say she's overrated now because so many derivative characters of her have been created, sure.
But even when she crossed over with like medieval Spawn and like medieval Witchblade and all that stuff, I loved the character of Angela. I got a little annoyed when she went to Marvel and became like just another Asgardian that like went nowhere.
Well, I mean, like that in and of itself, because okay, so I am a fan of Gaiman's work. Okay, however, I'm 100 times more of a fan of Todd, right? So Todd's my Elvis, and him doing that to Todd, just taking that character and basically giving it to Marvel. I mean, that was a big FU to Todd, and that didn't sit well with me either. So there's a lot of like little things like that.
Corey says Angela was hot in Spawn.
She was hot in Spawn. Yeah,
I like her a lot.
Yeah,
Mark
big
Penguin.
Spawny earrings. I mean, come on.
Mark Penguin says, if you want a palate cleanser to this adult conversation, go subscribe to Yoon's channel and watch some good old-fashioned video games. He even shared the link. Wow. You guys really are buddies now.
You got bad taste in your mouth from the buttered sausage. I mean, I guess you're going to put the buttered sausage in the bun and then pull it out of the bun and put it back in your mouth. Yeah, it's going to taste bad.
I would like to give a special shout out to Mark Penguin and Amanda B for always showing up on my streams and like supporting the channel a lot. I appreciate you guys both.
Wow.
Yeah.
Penguin says Todd is a family man.
He is a family.
Maybe Neil is too. He just has a lot bigger of a family, I guess.
Yeah, I guess he does. It's funny. I mean, I didn't think he was Mormon, But like
Jude spells it out for everyone. The bad taste is the poop.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We didn't want to say that, for strikes or whatever. We wanted to get taken down, but yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the sauce is poop.
Yeah. YouTube is very finicky when it comes to alliterating those kind of topics, so I try to stay away on other
That's
people's
why I
channels,
went with
especially.
the sandwich thing.
Yeah, I liked your analogy.
Amanda B is overrated.
Amanda B is overrated. She's not here, is she? She was here earlier. She's criticized my acting.
Amanda B is a staple of this community.
Yeah.
The B stands for badass. So
yeah, for real.
We're not going to have any Amanda bashing on my channel. We're not on my channel.
Wow.
On in my presence.
It takes right over. It just takes right over.
In my presence.
Prime time Yoon.
Yeah. I'm so used to running streams that like it just came out. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm not going to have any of this on prime time Yoon.
Prime time Yoon.
Noon with you.
Man.
There's like so much more to this. I mean, if anybody here is interested, I mean, you go look into it. But it's there's so much you can find. It goes very deep. It gets a little dark, and it's just a shame, man. Like I'm laying, sitting in bed with my daughter, and I'm reading her some of what to do to
keep. For a second, I thought you were going to say you were reading the article, and I was like, "Oh my god, you're a monster!"
There's things to like. There's a book by Gaiman.
It's a cautionary tale.
Oh my god, Jude, Mark, highlight that comment real quick about penguins.
No, there's a couple books like for kids that Gaiman's where I would read her like Coraline. It gets a little dark brown. It does get a little dark brown, right? But
it gets a little dicey.
It's hard to separate the art and the artist when it affects things like that, because Gaiman being an influence on me, and I'm a fan of his, and I introduce things like to my daughter about that Gaiman's written, and she knows who he is. You know what I mean? Like, let's put it that way. Like my young daughter knows who Gaiman is and she knows him as that writer that writes those cool fantasy things, and now there has to be this out in the ether, But thank God, we'll see what happens when this story, evolves. Or we're not making any. We're not condemning anyone on this channel. We're just talking about what's out there that you can read for yourself and look at it and everything else. But we'll see how this all plays out. Gaiman is a man of like expansive resource, because lesser things than this have happened recently to other artists and writers and have resulted in them like Minecrafting themselves, and this could easily happen. This is so much worse for Gaiman, but he's of so much more resource that he'll probably pull out of it. Okay.
I mean,
pull out of it.
He'll pull out of it, and somebody will lick it off. To me, like the hardest part comes to like I'm really big on empathizing with people, right? So like I don't know whether it's because I have like ADHD and that's like supposedly now linked to like autism or whatever, but like I really zero in on empathy when it comes to like situations like this, and like I can't imagine like my wife being in that position, or like my sisters, or like my mom, or somebody, like anybody in any vulnerable position. Like I specifically picture them in those situations, and it enrages me to a point of like wanting some kind of justice. But I do have to keep a firm reminder of myself that these are just accusations at the end of the day, and until like the court of law evaluates something, the court of public opinion is not efficient enough for me to make a judgment call.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I put myself in those positions. Like I was just picturing myself in a bathtub with Neil Gaiman.
We were just in that position yesterday, Enrico. Do you remember? Except you gave consent.
Wow. Yeah. I don't know if I.
You using his power of having primetime Yoon over you.
Right. And I don't know.
You too, Mark. You gave both of us a primetime pounding.
Yeah.
Oh, stop that. Penguin says people speculate that the victims want money now because of all his TV shows. But like, do people not realize he's been a multi-millionaire celebrity for 20 plus years?
Yeah,
and these accusations have also been out over a long period of time.
I don't know which property it was even, but I guess that pulled in $3 million, and then the Sandman pulled in money.
A year ago, a UK podcast did like a 6-part series on all the allegations of Neil Gaiman.
It's been over the years. It's not like all at once like it was for like Cosby, where they all just came out at once. It's like been for a long period of time.
Yeah. You put a Quaalude in my pudding pop.
Well, let's end this on a positive note. A lot of dark matter discussed tonight. Corey Barton's in the chat. We said he finished his he finished his pencils for his Gun Goth cover. Let's show him off, man.
Oh yeah, let's see it.
Fantastic.
I mean, we've all seen
cinematic.
Let's show.
Yeah.
And chat, please, sound off on how cool this is. What do you think about that?
It's amaze balls. My favorite part of this piece is the reflection of the city and the windows. That's my favorite part of this piece. Yeah, it's amazing.
Corey Barton, he always talks a big game in the chat that he draws hot women,
the hottest.
He backs it up.
I like his outlines too. I like the very dark, like double or triple sized outlines. It works really well. It helps colorists too.
Well, I think he draws hot gargoyles.
I mean, that gargoyle is pretty hot.
I give that gargoyle a buttered salami.
Yeah, right.
So, this Corey Barton cover will be one of the 13 covers for Gun Goth.
Corey missed an opportunity to draw some gargoyle boobies. I'm surprised.
It's hard to draw a female gargoyle. I don't know if you ever tried, but
Agent Cub in the house. He says, I was in the tub with Gaiman. He put his thumb up my bum. I didn't like it. Are you one
Enrico,
of the
you need to write a song about this.
His thumb was in my bum.
Oh my God. Citizen Ronan says, great job, Corey. Jude digs it. Penguin says Corey Barton is the artist of a generation. Wow.
That'll be like our opening song for our podcast, Enrico.
His thumb is in a bum.
Have some of this delicious chocolate yum.
Oh my God. But we might have to have a poll when all the covers are done and the campaign is running. Which is the hottest of the covers?
Have you never shown my cover? Have you? Did you?
No, you said you might want to redraw it.
I do want to keep that one too. I like it, but I drew that one with the impression of like you were going to have it embossed and stuff.
Well,
so I did it with a specific.
No longer in business,
right? So I don't know if there's anything else you can do with that, like lenticular or something. But like I did it with a specific design in mind, so I don't know if I need to redraw it.
Well, you get one cover in the original 13, so not 2 covers. Then we would have 14 covers. So. If you want to redraw it, you can. But we could probably use that piece for something else down the line.
Yeah. We're going to have to do a set of trading cards now.
Let's just see how much time I have after working on the book, because now I have like some extra work to do on top of that, let's just say. But without getting into details. But I just want to we'll see where I'm at when I'm focused on that, because I have a tight schedule ahead of me to get this done in time.
All right.
I'm on my way. I have my whole story's mapped out, so we're good.
Nice.
Hold that up
Spoiler.
Again. No, I'm not going to hold it up again.
Well, after we go off the air.
It's a surprise. It's a surprise.
Oh, it's a surprise? I can't even see it?
It's a surprise. No, you can see it, of course. I'm going to send it over to you.
Agent Cub, what cover was that for? For Goth.
Goth.
You should let the chat. 13. You should let the chat or X decide. Go ahead. Sorry. I'm talking my ass off. Go ahead.
Goth launching June 13th, Friday the 13th. 13 covers to choose from.
It's going to be awesome. And if you can't choose them, get them all, because there's going to be a killer set where you can get all 13. Yeah, it's going to be a box set.
I was going to say you should have chat decide whether or not I redraw the cover based on what they think.
Well, you know what? If you have time, it would be cool. Just do it. Like just do the second cover, and then let the chat decide which one goes to print.
Okay.
If you have time, though, I'm not going to put you on the spot or anything. I know how that is. Yeah, don't ask me to do anything on a time limit. I'm surprised I got that Tales of Blood Island piece done for real. Yeah,
you did a good job on that too. We should show that again.
Thank you.
Jude says you guys should add a Snowmobile Lilith to the U.S. Assassin American Ninja X figure line. Oh, that would be pretty hot. Penguin says off topic, but I watched the finale of Star Wars Skeleton Crew before the stream, and I liked it. I recommend the show.
Ah, nice.
So I guess that'll do it this week, unless you guys have anything else you want to add real quick. No.
No. Just where to find us, I guess.
Yeah. Where can people find you, Mark? Yoon? Be serious this time. Don't insult the chat.
Hi, chat. For those of you who don't know me, I am Mark Yoon, comic book artist extraordinaire and YouTuber, gaming and streamer, and awesomest husband in the worldest world. If you would like to follow me or keep up with anything that I'm doing, you can find me on Mark Yoon at YouTube, or on Mark Yoon YouTube in my TikTok, or Mark Yoon on Instagram, mark.yoon, whoever. Just type my name, you'll find me. I'm the only one that doesn't look like an Asian. Just find me everywhere. Thank you.
It's like a Where's Waldo?
Wow. There's Yoon.
Yeah. Enrico, where can people find you?
Instagram, X, and YouTube at Enrico Botta.
Agent Cub wants to know whose book is Goth? It's all of ours.
And Dexter Weeks.
And Dexter Weeks.
And Dexter. So you got Poulton, Yoon, Weeks, and Botta. I mean, this book is going to be awesome. I'm super excited about it, and you should be too.
Together again for the first time since Squirt.
Yep. Yeah. So, guys, you can find me on X and Instagram at Coney Waves. Make sure you subscribe to Primetime Poulton, not Primetime Yoon. That's a dirty rumor.
Noontime Yoon is the other channel you want to get.
Guys, there's still time to pre-order your copies of Writhe in Pain Book 2. Shout out to our friend Chris Graves, whose mom just passed away. So, Chris, we're all thinking about you. Hope you're doing well. And guys, we'll be back this Sunday when we talk Teen Monster, aka Boltneck, starring Ryan Reynolds on the Haunted Pizza Horror Movie Club. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for the chat sharing the links. Mark Penguin, Amanda B. I think just Mark Penguin, though, this week. But I'm sure Amanda B would if she actually stuck around. But Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you Sunday. Later, guys.